What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Frank from Bangin Gears, the YouTube channel about everything automotive. And we're doing a live stream right now. We'll wait for a couple people to get in the chat, and then we'll start this up. But in the meantime, for people who are going to watch this after the fact, let's maybe play video. Let's see what we can get for you. Let's see what we can do. We'll share the screen real quick. Wait for a couple of people to get in here. Use the force. I was thinking about you, like drinking a song TV. Felt like I was drinking. One more step and here we go. I'll buy your headphone, like drinking more TV. Say what was I thinking? Should never have said I do. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Figured we just play a little video while we wait for some people to come into play here. Hope everybody's doing fine. Doesn't seem to be anybody in here besides me. So hopefully we get some more people in here. Also have to play another video. I see a couple of people popping in and out. We'll see who pops in. Hope everybody doing well. Since there doesn't seem to be anybody in here, maybe we'll play another video. Pass some time while we wait for some people. Let me see if I can set something else up. Let's see. What's a good one? Got a couple people in here now. I see 3. Got to get some people in here. Or so I'm going to play another video just to pass the time. Set something else up. Maybe we'll do something. Let's do a little let's do a little old Father's Day show. Now, you know what? Let's do a little cruise in Ocean City. Let's do that. Wow, there's not a soul in here. So hey guys, it's Frank from Bangin Gears. Welcome back. Today's video is going to be video number 1 of 4 from Cruise in Ocean City, Maryland 2020. Obviously, we're not in Ocean City, Maryland. That doesn't mean we can't have a little fun. So what I did was I took some extra footage I had last year and I recut everything with new editing and new music. And we're still going to be pumping out a video for the next 4 days. New video Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So make sure you come back and check them out. And we're still going to be doing giveaways. Today's giveaway is going to be this Bangin Gears baseball cap and a COVID-19 Bangin Gears mask we had made. To be eligible to win, you must be subscribed to Bangin Gears on YouTube, like and comment on today's video, and that'll put you in the running to win the hat and the mask. So sit back, relax, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow on Bangin Gears. It's a feeling that is hard to face. Do we need a second chance? And a second place.
And the further we're heading, there is always another fight. Is it something that we need to stay right up? Is it something that we really need? In this fight, there will only be a loser. And this city is too hard for me, so I'm going along the I'm the last man getting lost. It's a feeling that is hard to face. Do we need a second chance? Do we need a second chance? You never stop crying. It's a battle in neon lights. And the further we're heading, there is always another fight. Is it something that we need to stay right up? Is it something that we really need? In this fight, there will only be a loser. And this city is too hard for me, so every day will get a little bit better. We'll be talking about liberty. And I'll fight to the end, 'cause I need it. Till this city is too hard for me, so I'm going on the
All right, so video number 2 to help pass the time. Looks like we might have a guest coming in. Let's wait for him to come on, and then we'll get some people in here. So hopefully everybody's doing well. I tried to get a couple people to come in tonight. I might have one person coming in here in a few minutes, but nothing new. It's Friday night, so everybody's doing stuff. Can't expect a huge turnout. Pretty sure a couple of my cousins are at a car show. But keep everybody posted. Gene, if you can hear me, all you gotta do is press that link that I sent you. All right.
What's going on?
What's up, Gene? How you doing, brother?
Not much.
Gino. So, what's new? What's exciting? Same old, same old?
Not much. Not much. Not much at all.
Not much. So, you're not missing anything. I know we talked earlier today about you not going back home, but it's supposed to rain all weekend. Oh, well, like at least here. So maybe you should have gone home. You could have gone out on the boat for a little bit. But it's going to be I'm supposed to do a car show tomorrow, but I don't know if I'm going to make it because it's supposed to rain all day. So who knows?
Right.
It's you just can't win. It's either rain or or COVID or whatever, but you just can't win. So, but anyway, did you tell your daughter you're going to be on? Jean, can you hear me? Jean.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No. She's busy doing her own thing. You know, teenagers, Friday night.
I gotcha.
Getting a little echo here. So
You know, we'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back on. There he is.
I'm getting feedback.
Oh, good. Sometimes if you get like if you get some headphones, it might be easier.
That's what I had, and I took it out. So
I got you.
no worries.
So, what are your plans for the weekend?
Not a whole lot. You know, like we discussed, I'd like to do my fishing, but didn't make it back home to Michigan this weekend. So that'll be coming up this coming week, and so just kind of just chilling around, getting some stuff done around here, around the house, and
You got
we'll be ready for the road trip back up there early in the week.
your video footage of the boat, and let me make a slideshow or something.
Yeah, I can do that. I can have to get you up there. A couple car shows up there that we have. This past week was supposed to be back to the Bricks in downtown Flint at the car show. And you had Woodward Cruise that was supposed to go through Detroit, but all that got canceled. So I know some people, when I was home this past week, they were out and about in their cars doing some of their own things, and, you know, different establishments allowing them to park in their parking lots and doing it, but on the lower scale, not the big scale like it normally is.
Right. Yeah, with everything going on, everything's kind of, it's just stupid. But anyway.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind getting something together, you know, doing like a car boat show, because, you know, with the classic boat that I redid, and trying to get some of the classic cars tied into that, especially up in the Michigan area where we have a lot of boats. We have a lot of boats and classic cars in the area. So
yeah, because that way, if I make the video for you, I can put it up on my page as well, and then I can share it in here like I did with the other videos, and then we can talk about your build more in depth and really get into that beautiful red color. Where did you get that red color? That's a beautiful red.
And shopping around, happened to come across the Chrysler Challenger, Charger, whatever you want to call it, that color, that red that they use on that car, and it just, the guy that I had paint it for me didn't really like the colors. He's like, I don't know if this is gonna work. And when he got done, he's like, you did a good job picking the colors. So
yeah, no, it's a great color. It's a great color. But usually there's more people in here. I don't know why it's so dead. I think it's just because it's Friday. I know a couple of my cousins are at a car show, and who knows? If it doesn't pick up, we'll just kill it. There's no way, no, it's not worth anybody's time.
I was checking it out. You know, I sent a couple to my friends that are car guys back home. See if they were available, but last minute too. So
yeah, I tried to get a couple people all day, get people to kind of join, and everybody's like, if you would have said it a couple of days ago, but it's Friday night, I got dinner plans with the wife and all this other stuff. So this is one of my other shirts.
That's nice.
Fear the Gear with the logo on the back.
It looks much better on one of your models that you have. Not that gear though, but
yeah. I'm trying to pimp pimp the merchandise out a little bit, trying to make some sales, trying to make some extra money here.
Right.
But anyway,
I like your motivation to do stuff like this, though, to get yourself out there and just share your opinions and your experiences, and that's
yeah, it's a fun thing to do. You just gotta, you just can't let too much information out, and you know, if it's still one of those medias where if someone doesn't like what you're saying, they're just gonna destroy you on here. So it's just like anything else, just a way to pass the time, have fun, get my my creativity out, since there's definitely no creativity elsewhere in my real job. So
in our real job.
But we got 3 people in here, so hopefully we get some other people talking. Maybe somebody else wants to come up. I don't know if somebody got the message about bringing the cars out, if anybody wants to come on and chat. But the chat is pretty dead. Who's that? 4 Corners is in there. What's up, 4 Corners? How you doing, buddy? Colorado checking in. Put that up. So thanks for popping in, 4 Corners. I appreciate it. He's a big car guy. So, but so
you're looking at, I guess, for any of your viewers, you're looking at doing any other cars or bikes or in the future?
no, I'm still trying to get rid of the one bike that I'm sitting on right now. What does that mean? Hold on. Staying in because of smoke.
Probably the fires out there.
Is it? I didn't realize Colorado was on fire. So 4 Corners, are you okay? Is everything good out there? How close are you?
I have some friends in Denver. I think they're somewhere out that way that there was sending pictures.
Or
Yeah.
he's saying he's fine, all safe. Very good. Very good. Did you want to come on as well? Do a little chat? I'll send you the link. Do you got time if you want to come on? Split the screen 3 ways. He said he might do that. That's
something going on everywhere in the world today. I mean, you got an earthquake up in Michigan that hit a couple hours ago. It's a small earthquake. You got the 2 hurricanes coming in. Got the fires out west. I mean, what more do we need in 2020, right?
Right. That's all we need. 4 Corners, let me know when you're ready. I'll post the link up in the chat. You just press it. It'll turn your camera on all by itself, and you just pop it right in. So, and I know you're a car guy. So if you want to show something, I don't know if you got something in the garage, you can show us. Let me see something real quick. So we'll see what he wants to do when he's ready. But other than that, so yeah, because I was talking to one of the guys I know out in Colorado Springs, so I was going to have him come on. He's got a cool little car. He's got a YouTube channel, but his channel is mostly to do with he's a big cross country runner. So his stuff has to do with that on his channel. But he's got a Mini Cooper from like the 70s that he works on, and it's a beautiful car, and he posts little videos every now and then about that. He's working on some stuff. He had a steering column issue, posted a couple of videos about that. But he's a cool guy, but he couldn't make it. He had dinner plans with the wife. And then Billy said he might pop in. We'll see if Billy pops in at some point. He said he was going to be out and about, but he may be able to just pop in for a little bit. But and all my other cousins, who knows? Who knows? Every time I pop on here anyway, it's more like a family thing. And I love this StreamYard. I love this software. So I actually use it as like a Zoom. So I'll call my dad. My dad will pop in, and I'll get my aunts and my cousins, and we'll have like a whole family reunion on there. And I just don't stream it live. I just kind of use it as a phone call.
No, that's good.
Yeah, which is kind of cool.
My dad isn't that tech savvy. I couldn't do that with him.
My dad's not either. I just sent him a text and I said, press this, and he pressed it and he pops up, and he doesn't, a couple of times he's pressed it and he was in a bad spot. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And I'm like, that. Let me disconnect you. When you get out of there, let's just press it again. Wow. So this was not your first boat, though, right? You've had other boats. This was just the first one that you've redone.
This is my first one. I mean, it's the same boat that my grandfather had, that my dad used to take us out on when I was a kid. But I didn't have any other boats before this. But I wanted to do something for my dad. He's 75 this year, so I was trying to get some stuff done.
Yeah.
And spend some time with him on the boat and just relive the good old days, childhood days that we used to go fishing out in.
Yeah, no, that's a great little thing. What's up, Killer Whale? How are you doing, Mark? Hope you're doing good. I hope you didn't mind me posting that in your live stream that I was going live. Figured I'd get you to come over, say hi. At least we got five people in here now.
Yeah.
So does your dad take the boat out while you're not there?
No. I actually had to twist his arm a lot just to get him to go out, because he's just a homebody. He wants to get some stuff done around the house most of the time, or just relax, and I'm always pushing him to go. I have a nephew that's 15 that wish he'd be a little more excited to go out too, but he's a teenager. Got their own priorities. So
yeah,
he likes bass fishing more. We usually go out walleye fishing. Just how we're set up to go fishing. We're not working on trying to get some other fishing and tackle to do salmon fishing or trout or steelhead, stuff like that. But
you go out on Lake Michigan? Is that what you go out on?
Yeah, Lake Huron.
Lake Huron.
Yeah, I mean, any of the Great Lakes that boat will handle, no problem. It's only a little 16-footer, but it was built back in the 60s, so that stuff's always been built a little better than the modern day stuff sometimes. So
yeah. What's going on, Skies? How you doing, buddy? Haven't seen you in forever either. Glad you popped in. So how does that work? Where does the border start and end on the lake? Is the entire lake ours, or is half the lake ours? And the
just got like an imaginary line. You really got to watch, especially where we go on the Canadian border. You got to watch on your radars and maps to make sure that you're not crossing international waterway, especially during the COVID stuff going on right now, because their borders are closed to the Americans. So they'll come out and usually give you a warning, but if you're a repeat offender, obviously they're gonna write you a ticket, maybe confiscate your boat. But
Yeah, nobody wants that. But if you catch a fish over the line, do you need a Canadian fishing license?
you're supposed to. That's why I said you really got to pay attention to what buoys you're near. There's a shipping channel where we go in Port Huron. And it's a river, the St. Clair River, divides the U.S. and Canada, Ontario, from all the way from Sarnia down to Lake St. Clair and into Detroit River. That's what divides up Canada and the U.S. But it's the fishing's phenomenal. It's just and it changes every few months, because right now, if you're into sturgeon, muskie, bass fishing, smallmouth bass, that stuff is going on hot and heavy right now. And then farther into the lakes and deeper water right now, the salmon, the king salmon are coming in, the cohos and steelhead are all coming in now too, because that's the water starting to change temperatures. But you're almost looking, the Great Lakes is 75, 80 degrees right now. It's the warmest it's been in years. So probably maybe the hottest it's ever been at some point. But and the water levels just keep on rising too. So that's another problem with people losing lakefront property because of erosion and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's cool. I've never been up that far. I mean, I've been to Canada through like Niagara and stuff like that, but I've never really been that far west. I mean, I've been all the way out to California, but I've never really been in the middle of the United States. So,
well, anytime you guys want to come up, anybody wants to come up and go fishing,
I'm
always itching to go fishing. You know that.
I know. But my wife's not too happy. I take too many vacations already without her. So I'm going away. Like I said, we're going away in a couple of weeks to go to the Adirondack Nationals up in Lake George, New York, for the car event that they canceled. But a whole bunch of us just said, screw it, we're going to go up anyway. Because it's one of those places that the town is so small and gets so crowded when we do the car shows that people book their hotels, and then when they leave, they book it for the following year. So you literally have to wait till somebody not book before you get a hotel. So my cousin Steven's been like on the waiting list for a couple of years, and he finally got the call that if he wants the hotel, he's got it. So he's like, well, I'm not going to go up and lose my hotel that I've been waiting on. So he's going to go. And then that just kind of set everything in motion for everybody else to go. And Cliff might go. That's my cousin. So he might go if he gets his car back in time. He's having some mods done on his Corvette. But so Cliff, Steven said he was going to a car show. Did you not go? I just figured the two of you went to some he was posting something about a show tonight. I don't remember where he said it was. Where did he say it was? Steven. Going to a car show in West Harrison, Silver Lake. That's where he went. I guess Cliff decided not to go. But so Lake should be fun. There just won't be any scheduled events. There won't be any actual shows. There won't be any awards. There won't be any vendors. It'll just be, I know you're not familiar with Ocean City, but Ocean City canceled a couple of shows, and when people still go, there's no events or anything. There's nothing scheduled. So it's just a bunch of people with cars just cruising up and down the street, tearing up the town. So hopefully we don't destroy it too much. But when you have no plan, when you have nothing to entertain us, we have to find a way to entertain ourselves. And usually that's doing burnouts in a parking lot somewhere.
It's like my teenage years when we I lived in a small town up in Michigan, and that's around town. We call it the track. They had a circle drive that went around one way, that went around the outside of the town, and that's all the kids did. And there ain't nothing else to do in town.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, it does help these small towns that rely on this business, though, for you guys to be able to come up there and help them out. So, I mean, I'm sure they're grateful.
Let me see if we can see. Does anybody else want to come up and join the chat live? Instead of
us breaking the camera here.
Well, texting. Mine looks great when it's smaller. All the colors come out really, really vibrant. When I bring it up high, it gets all pixelated and stuff. But for the 5 people who are in here, oh, we got 5 likes. I can't complain. I'll keep my mouth shut. got five thumbs up. A couple people in there making comments. For me, this is par. I hear my next door neighbor coming home. I hear his truck. I bet you he's going to bang on the garage door here in a few minutes. You watch. He'll be like, "This is a raid. This is a raid." But
do you have any more events where you had to do any more filming to do like the police departments or anything that you were working on before?
With the police department stuff, they kind of, because of the whole COVID thing, they canceled everything. Even the town canceled their parade day, and their community day, national night out, the breast cancer walk, all that stuff got canceled. So they wanted me to do a couple of one-offs. There is a museum in town of an old train car because it was a train town. But they even put the kibosh on that. I mean, they pulled me into the town hall, I'd say maybe early April, and they gave me a list of 12 events that they wanted me to film throughout the course of the summer. And then they canceled them all. So I learned my little lesson. Hopefully the chief of police is a really good friend of mine. So hopefully he's not in here eavesdropping. But and next time I'm going to ask for a deposit up front. So, but it's all good. They keep me. Hopefully next year everything picks it back up. So takes a little cash out of my pocket. They do their own car shows and things like that. That's how it really got started. So my first video, they were having a car show in town, and I went, and one of the police officers in town is one of my next door neighbors. So I approached him and I was like, "Hey, I need some kind of an intro. Is it cool if you like handcuff me and throw me in the back of the car? And the whole time I'll be talking to the camera and we'll make that my intro." And he's like, "As long as the chief says it's cool, it's cool. I'll do whatever you want." So we talked to the chief. He said it's fine as long as I tagged them in the post, because he's huge on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And, like the next day after I launched that video, he shot me a message and he's like, "Hey, chief wants to see you in the office." And I'm like, "Okay, uh-oh." And, he's like, no, it's great. We want you to film this and this and this and this and this. So you guys cool. And I've been working with the police department ever since, filming stuff. It's been great. So, and then he bought a couple of cameras because he's a big motorcycle guy as well. So I helped him set things up on his camera, get the GoPros working for him and stuff like that. And he kind of makes his own little videos, stuff like that. But it's cool. It's fun. Keeps me, it's just so much. It actually breaks up my car show stuff, I think, really well. For me, anyway. It gets me, because when I film the car shows, it's just, let's be honest, it's the same stuff every single time, especially all the local shows. The local shows, you could probably go through every one of my local videos, and there's like the same car in every video, because all the local guys go to the same show.
Right.
So, but to film something for him, like we did with he wanted to do a spotlight video on crosswalks. It sounds kind of lame and kind of a blah thing, but he's like, I just want you to do this, this, and this. And I was like, well, he was more about how much is it going to cost. So I told him a price, and he's like, that's fine. And I was like, okay, well, if you're fine with that price, that's great. But now I want to turn your 30-second thing into like 3 minutes. And he's like, well, how much is that going to cost? I said, I'm not going to charge you any more than what I had told you I was going to charge you for the 30-second spot. I said, but I want to turn it into a film where I kind of lure everybody in to watch the whole thing. You just don't. No one's going to watch a police announcement unless you make it some sort of entertaining. Have you ever watched that video? Have you ever seen that one?
I have, yes.
You have?
Yeah.
You know what I might do is I might play it since we're talking about it, because I love the way it turned out, because I try to make it as film-worthy and cinematic as I possibly could.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't mind, let me set that up, and we'll play that maybe for people who haven't seen it, so they have some sort of a context on what the hell I'm talking about. Crosswalk. And what we'll do is we'll maybe skip the beginning of it to here. So, all right, guys, so we're going to play a video real quick. Eugene, don't go anywhere. Just because you're off screen doesn't mean that you're gone, okay?
Yep.
And I'm going to mute your mic. Just kind of, this is a video I shot for the Haymarket Police Department on the crosswalk safety video, which I think came out great. But we're going to share the screen here. Screen with the Chrome tab, crosswalk safety, share. Actually, you know what? We'll leave you right there, and we'll make it big, and we'll start it there. We'll turn the volume on, and we'll.
Thank you for calling Remax Real Estate Connections. This is Melissa. How can I help you?
Allison, thank you so much for taking us to show us homes today. We desperately need something bigger. You're so very welcome, Brittany. It was a lot of fun. I just wish that your husband would have been able to join us today. He wasn't here. He had a big meeting at work, but I promise to show him the listings when he gets home from work tonight. Especially the White House on the hill with the fence. I really like that one. What is it? Okay, well, as soon as Mommy finishes talking, we'll go get something to eat, okay?
Hungry now.
Allison, I'm sorry, but we really need to go. I understand. Thank you again, and I'll talk to you soon. Sounds great. Have a great day. Bye. Bye. Okay, let's go.
Oh, hang on. Hi, honey. How's work? We saw a ton of houses. I cannot wait for you to see them. There's one that I really love. They're great. We're leaving the real estate office now. Okay, I know. I love you, and I'll give you a call when I get home tonight. Okay, honey. We're going to the car.
Hold on, I love this song.
Crosswalks. A nightmare for pedestrians and it causes confusion for some drivers. Hello, I'm Officer O'Neill with the Town Haymarket Police Department, and I'm here today with some safety advice for dealing with crosswalks for both a pedestrian and a driver. Did you know that a pedestrian is killed in a traffic accident every 88 minutes in the U.S.? According to Virginia Statute 46.2-924, as a pedestrian, you are required to look both ways before stepping into a crosswalk. This ensures that drivers have enough time to stop so you can safely cross. As a driver approaching a pedestrian crosswalk, you need to be aware of pedestrians and come to a complete stop as they pass across your lane of travel. We live in a world of technology and distractions. We are constantly challenged by them. Be vigilant, always be aware of your surroundings. We want to make sure everyone gets home safe. Yes, Madison? What's up, honey?
I'm hungry now.
Are you really hungry now? Okay, well, come on. It's been a long day, so we'll go get some food, okay? On behalf of the Town of Haymarket Police Department in Madison, we'd like to thank you for watching our PSA video today. We hope everybody has a safe afternoon. Bye.
So that's that for people who were wondering what we're talking about. And the beginning sequence, I love it. I mean, I really I was excited just to be a part of it. But let me, okay, get back here, put Gene back on. Gene, you can come back. There you go. So, Killer, thank you very, very much. You didn't have to do that, Killer. I appreciate it very much. Thank you, Killer. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. Killer, did you want to come up and talk too? So he's got his own channel. He's got a great growth stream channel that he does. I'm in there all the time. He doesn't come on till like 2 o'clock in the morning, so he keeps me entertained. But and he always does. He always treats me right. He always plays my video. So every time I launch a new video, he always plays my video on his stream, just like I did. So gets people in here. No, I just woke up. All right, Killer. Next time. But
what's he growing?
No, he's growing YouTube channels. So like, people go in there, they kind of meet each other, they look at other people's channels, and they grow as a channel, not grow stuff.
Hey, he's growing something, right?
He's growing something. But Killer, thank you so much. I appreciate I appreciate the $5. Not necessarily, but it means a lot. Thank you. I appreciate it. And if you ever want to come on, you know you're more than welcome to. Just give me the Frankie, I wanted to come on and I'll bring you right up. So, but he also does a lot of things on his channel, like he reads a lot of scripture, stuff like that. He reads scripture, talks, chats. So he's big into the flat earth thing, and kind of theology and stuff like that. So it's a cool chat. He's got a huge audience. He's a cool guy. Like I said, I pop in there and I'm in there for a couple of hours. I'm in there all night. He knows where I am when I pop in. You know where I am when I pop in. So, you know, he keeps me there. keeps the chat going, and I appreciate that. But if anybody does want to come on in and chat and join, I don't know where my cousin Cliff went. He never answered, unless he's on his cell phone at the car show, which might very well be. So where were we? So how long did it take you to build the boat? It took you like a year?
It was 5 or 6 months at least. By the time I found what color, the colors I wanted, obviously I don't have any skill on building anything. So I had someone do it locally back home. But I'll get with you and share some pictures and maybe put a little slide together down the road if we do another chat about it. But
absolutely,
it's a long process. I was excited to. This got it done 2 years ago. Was excited to finally get it done. And,
really?
Yeah. 2018. Yeah. And actually, this year I've been on it. I put on. I got over 100 hours on the boat, and that doesn't seem like a lot, with car guys being out on the road or whatever. But being out on the water and putting that time on the water, it's with a little bit of time that we do get away from work, and the weather and everything else. It can finally add up this year because I was able to go back and enjoy the time. But
now, so is it completely done? Because I know when we've talked, you're still talking about getting a couple pieces chromed. You were missing a piece here and there, but
well, I think I shared with you I had one corner piece that I was missing, and I finally found it. Some guy in Missouri had the same boat and had the side that I needed, that I was missing. He was missing the right side, but he was getting rid of his boat. So he said, "Here, I'll sell this to you," and it worked out perfect. And then we got a local guy in a suburb of Detroit area that was able to chrome all my pieces that I needed chromed, and turned out fabulous. Like I said, I'll have to get some pictures to you guys, and you can share them.
You don't have anything on your computer?
You
know what? I'm not sure you can share the screen. Yeah.
I see something on here I can possibly share, but I'll go through and see if I can find anything. I can get off here for a second and see if I can find anything, and I'll shoot them to you. I'll be right back.
I don't know if I can. I don't know how to share. I might be able to share the screen. I might be able to do that. Yeah, shoot me a picture. I'll put it on my desktop and see if I can share my desktop and bring it up that way.
Yeah, I'll get off here for a second. And
put it on your phone. Put it on your phone and just hold it up to your camera. I did do that.
Yeah, but it doesn't. The pixels doesn't have pixel problem doing that. Let me.
Okay.
Let me be right back, and I'll see what I can find for you.
Okay. So while he's doing that, wait for him to come back. If there's anybody else that wants to come up and join the chat, come on up. We'll do Killer Whale. Thank you again for the super chat. I appreciate that. Maybe while we're waiting on him, we'll show another video. Let's see what I got. It can keep everybody entertained. You know what? Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with a little motorcycle action. That's not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do. So let's do this. We'll play another quick video. We're waiting on Eugene to come back. And this is from the Timonium Motorcycle Show with our friend EJ Rose.
Hey guys, this episode of Bangin Gears, we're here at the Timonium International Motorcycle Show 2020. Your guest host, EJ Rose. Let's walk around and see what we see.
Last man getting lost. It's the feeling that is hard to face. Do we need a second chance? Stop running, it's a battle in the lights. And the further we're heading, there is always another fight. Is it something that we need to stay? Is it something that we really need? In this fight, there will only be losers. And this city is too hard for me, so I'm going along the ground. I'm the last man getting lost. It's the feeling that is hard to face. Do we need a second chance? Do we need a second chance? You never stop running, it's a battle in neon lights. And the further we're heading, there is always another fight. Is it something that we need to stay right? Is it something that we really need? In this fight, there will only be losers. And this city is too hard for me, so every day will get a little bit better. We'll be talking about liberty. And I'll fight to the end, 'cause I need it. Still, this city is too hard for me, so I'm going along the ground.
Very cool, very cool. Can't go wrong with a video of EJ Rose. Well, we're waiting for Eugene to come back. There's 4 people in the chat. If anybody else wants to come up and join the chat, don't be shy. Give me a yell and I'll let you come up, chat a little bit. Whatever you want to talk about. Cars, boats, motorcycles, COVID. We'll stay away from politics. Everybody's politicked it out. No one gives a shit anyway. Excuse my French. But while we're waiting, maybe play another video, because there was 2 videos we shot with EJ while we were there. Part 2 takes Part 2 takes over right where part 1 left off. So maybe we'll play that one too while we're waiting on Gene to come back.
On fire and ready to go out there, gonna tear it down. There is no one here who can stop me, never hit the ground. If it shows I'm weak inside, there is nowhere left to go. All I can do is run and hide. 'Cause I've been running this world without you, with no one at all, one way to fall, living this nightmare all through. What's new? I'm making without you. Hold on, you know I can't help it if I drag you down. In a hard and lonely cold bumping to defend the crown. If it shows I'm weak inside, there is nowhere left to go. All I can do is run and hide. 'Cause I've been running this world without you, with no one at all, one way to fall, living this nightmare all through. What's new? I'm making without you. Cause I've been running this world without you, with no one at all, one way to fall, living this nightmare all through. What's new? I'm making without you, with no one at all, one way to fall, living this nightmare all through. What's new? I'm making without you. I'm making without you.
And that was another video with EJ Rose. Just on mute. All right, so Gene is back. What do you got?
I was gonna try to send you a couple off of my I guess Facebook page, see if it'll share. I'm not sure if it will or not, but I guess it's worth a shot here. Let me see what I can do here.
I might be able to.
Or you might be able to go on my Facebook page and pull right up that file. That's what I was trying to pull off.
Yeah, let me see if I can do that. Give me 2 seconds. I didn't even think about that.
And to give us some idea, and if that doesn't work, I can share just a before and after picture, and maybe a couple things before.
Do you have the before and after shots on your Facebook page?
Yeah. If you go into my Larson project folder in there. I was
Oh,
trying to send you that. I was trying to send you that file, but it wouldn't. So you could pull it up on your screen there. But
yeah, you got a weird name on Facebook. We don't want to say it out loud because we don't want you to get bombarded.
I don't know. I can't go to the boat launch without people stopping me. Asking questions. This is great. I like sharing the story of how it was my grandpa's boat and I restored it. And,
Yeah.
That kind of thing. I enjoy talking to people, but sometimes it does tie you up at the docks and you're trying to go fishing or something or want to get on the water.
So, all right. So let's see here. So I'm on your Facebook page. You said you have is it a photo album?
Yeah, if you go on the album.
Okay, there it is. Okay, so let's see if I can share that. We will stop that and we'll see if this works. Because I've never done this part. So let's see if I can.
Yeah, I don't know how the system works on here. So. And like car shows, we have boat shows. I've taken it to a couple boat shows, and in Lexington, Michigan, and did pretty good. You don't get too many. A lot of the boat shows that we have up there are for the old wooden boats, more than the fiberglass boats like this one is.
Yeah, let me it won't let me do it from that. Let's try something else. Hold on. No. Nope.
Once you let you pull, even if I share my screen here.
If you shared it there, yeah, then I could just bring it up on your screen. I can see full size.
Let me put it on here.
I'm still trying to figure it out on my end.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't used this program before, so it's a learning curve for me too. I thought you could.
I'm trying to see something.
I thought you could do a slideshow.
I can, but it won't let me share my page with Facebook. Is the problem?
Okay.
Give me 3 seconds here.
Let's share my screen there, right?
You know what? That's why. Let me see something. Maybe that's why. Let's try that. Hold on. Okay, hold on.
No,
Let me see. I might have fixed that issue. Let's see here. Boom. Tim. Facebook. Share. Ha!
You figured it out?
I believe I figured it out.
Oh, there you go. Well, that boat's been sitting. You know, my dad inherited that boat, and it sat there since the last time that was in the water was 1996, and then it sat there in the side yard, looking like that.
Looking like that.
16-foot Larson All American with a 65 horse Johnson on it, 2-stroke.
And what the hell is it? Is it pink?
Well, back then, you know, those cars were pink, teal, all those lighter pastel colors.
Yeah.
That one's similar. That's not mine, but I was trying to find some boats that, but it was a common boat back then. I was able to, but that comes in 2 pieces. So you got the top and the bottom, totally worked over, gutted down to the shell.
Wow.
And
now the whole boat is fiberglass?
yep, everything's fiberglass on it. They were able to take all that out, obviously, the transom and all the rotted wood. And back then, you know, it was when you mounted a motor, it was fine to use a couple pieces of plywood on each side to sturdy the transom. Now I couldn't get the sportsman club where I bought the motor from to mount it unless I put metal plates on there. So a lot has changed with how they want them hung on the boats and the strength of them. But
so is it like a car? Are there certain things that you have to meet safety wise? Are there like regulations?
oh yeah, definitely. When you redo a boat like this down right to the shell, you know, back then they didn't use the marine foam. Now, you know, that they have now, they used some type of foam, but it wasn't. They got a new marine grade foam that's I don't know how old it is, but you have to use in these rebuilds. With this picture here, the old trim was taken off. There was a piece of rubber trim that holds the 2 pieces together, the top and the bottom, and they.
Oh, so I thought that piece of rubber was just there as a bumper, but it actually serves a purpose.
Yeah, it keeps the water out too between the two layers. But yes, it is a bumper, but it also holds the 2 together. You have to, have the screws or rivets or whatever they use to piece it together. But like I said, it was a lot of work for these guys to do, and I try to use all local guys. That rubber I had to ship out to California. Company out in California is about the only one that. There's a couple of them, but there's only a few companies that make rubber anymore for those older boats. And then you got to know what you're looking for, because there's so many different shapes, and as you saw, that was in different shapes. It squeezes together, and then kind of makes a bond around the top and the bottom there.
Right.
But all that was filled in right there. The dash. This is the underside of the top of the bottom area. Yeah. All that was replaced.
He did a ton of work.
Now this piece here, yep, that's one of the pieces that I had. I lost the other one. My dad didn't know what it was and got thrown in the scrap pile, and I took it up to the salvage yard, and I ended up hunting for it for about eight months or so before I found someone that had one. But the old trailer my grandpa built. He worked at Fisher Body, the old GM plant, and back then General Motors was generous. You know, the employees, if there was something that wasn't used around the shop, you know, they took an axle or some metal work and they knew how to build all this stuff and put it together.
That's cool.
Plus, my grandpa, every time he was off of work, he was going fishing. So instead of using, if you look at older trailers, they got the real small trailers with the small tires. Well, he could travel 60 to 100 miles one way just to go fishing in a day. If he wanted to go fishing, he was going fishing, and you'd burn up too many tires and axles, you know, using a smaller trailer like that. So
Yeah.
he built this one to where it could keep up with all the traveling. But,
Yeah, it looks nothing like the way it looks now.
no.
When we get to those shots. So
And that's why like I said, I'd like to get you up there to. I think it'd look kind of cool with your car, and then the boat next to it, just how the shape and the different curves on it and stuff. I think it'd look kind of cool.
yeah. So this is definitely one of the new pieces in the back where the motor mount.
Yeah, the transom's being rebuilt there, and they have already sanded the floors down, so they're getting ready to put the stringers in to sturdy up the floor. It's all been sanded out and smoothed out.
So what year was the boat built?
Mid to late 60s.
Late
I
60s.
really haven't had paperwork. My dad found some paperwork, you know, 70, 71, but he was in the service to 69, and he knows that he had it at least when he went in 65, 66. So that was I was trying to, one of the earlier pictures, I don't know if you saw the old metal gas tank,
Yes.
like a 20-gallon tank. Well, I didn't want it in the back because when I was a kid, we always remembered the bow being up out of the water so far that you had a hard time seeing over the bow sometimes when I was younger, I remember. So I was trying to balance out the weight. So we put the fuel tank up front. And as you see in later pictures here, that's all hidden once this is done.
Yeah.
What we were having problems with then, that there was a 18-gallon tank. Well, 18 gallons times 8 pounds per gallon of fuel, I believe it is. If I remember my equations right there, you know, you're looking at 150 pounds or more pushing down on the front. And then I'm not a small guy, and my dad's not a small guy. So you get 3 of us in there. We're pushing this boat. The nose is driving through the waves. It's not sitting up on plane.
Right.
So I ended up taking that out and reusing that space. Unfortunately, I had to have it cut out because, as you see, when it gets all done here, it's hard to get it out, just the space. And they weren't going to take the top back off just to take it out.
Just move the gas tank. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those things you just, you know, it's just trial and error. So.
Yep. I mean, you're always spending something on, if it's a car, a boat, a motorcycle, you always find something that you can add or take off, or you're always spending money some way.
It's just amazing how the fiberglass, like this has been the only patchwork I've seen in the fiberglass. It looks like the whole hull of the boat was pretty solid.
Yeah, not much damage to it all. That kept the original windshield, kept a lot of the same original metal trim, as you'll see in the later pictures. All of that stuff was all buffed out, and as you see here, he's filling in all the holes. Some of the stuff I put in. Used Amazons for some of my stuff. This console here, I didn't really like this console. We put the switch panel on this platform there.
On this.
Instead of having it, yeah. Had that panel. I could have probably went with something else, but I use that one and it works fine.
I like that with carbon fiber look.
Yeah, but it was hidden on this platform here. As he's building it out here, you see that the gas tank's up front, and then the top half of that will be where the switch panel goes, and then the bottom half of that square box here is a glove box, just for paperwork storage or something like that. If you want to put your registration or something in there.
Yeah.
And it was all open for access to get the wiring up there.
Yeah, he did a ton of work. You did a ton of work.
Yeah.
Well, the original trim just back up.
Yeah. They're just buffing it out. And he's been doing this for 20, 30 years himself, doing it. This is just a little guy, a little shop that, but he's busy all year long.
All year long, yeah. Always working on something.
Yeah.
Now I remember you telling me you got rid of that.
I took that to my cousin's house. He makes mailboxes out of old boat motors.
Oh, that's cool.
He's a metal guy, machine guy. He also did a little race car driving, local stuff that they at the track there, and he even tried to make that metal piece for me, but it was so complex. He said he couldn't get anybody to duplicate it. So the only other way I could have done it was to have it made out of plastic on a 3D printer, and then, but that was like a couple $1,000 just for.
Really, yeah. You better off. It's good that you found one of the original pieces. Yeah. You could see it. It definitely coming along. Now this is actual finished paint there with the white. And
I use the traditional gel coat paint. He used your automotive acrylic paint. Now, I wish it shined like that. It's still obviously been used for now the last couple of years, so it doesn't shine as pretty as this right here. But he came up with that line, that white line, just to kind of accent line to drag that out
a little bit. Yeah, no, it adds a lot.
It does.
All the little chrome trim being put back on. Yeah. The way it matches, it almost looks black there. It's so dark. That red, yeah.
And the paint, you look at the dash there, you can't even tell where all that other stuff was tied into there.
Yeah. I can honestly, you're the only person I've ever known who has actually restored a boat, and it came out amazing. It really did.
I appreciate it. It was my first time doing it, and it kind of got me hooked on wanting to do more. As you know, I did another boat, not so nice of a quality or old boat like this, but the other one turned out beautiful too. We'll save that for another time. But the horns are brand new. It didn't have it had a different style horn. But like I said, a lot of the stuff on here is original trim and original windshield. I try to keep some of it, obviously, classic look, but I didn't want to go with a 2-stroke old classic motor and then having to worry about it breaking down or.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I went with a new one. And I bought a new trailer.
And he painted it to match, right?
I had it painted to match the same color. I gave him the color codes just like anything else, and then a local guy did the upholstery and the canvas work. Those seats, just that idea that you gave me to why don't you use the shape of the Larson swoosh or whatever you want to call it. Just amazing how it turned out.
Yeah, no, it's so sharp. I wish I could blow that up. Just to go from here to there, it's incredible. It really is. It looks like you ever see like in like a, I want to say James Bond, but any kind of a film where they're in Europe and the boat and the bottom's all wood, that old that cherry wood and the mahogany, and it looks like a very classy European style boat. It does. That red really brings it out. I guess that's the last shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we will.
I don't know if you can click on that.
Where?
That picture that you see the boat or my profile picture there. Yeah. I don't know if that was or not. But that was at a boat show. But that, like I said, that it's just something to pull back time with my dad. It's really inspired him to want to go fishing a lot more, and the bow light there, that's original on the boat from the 60s. Had it polished out. The chrome work, I mean, the horns are brand new, bought out of a box. And
right.
The chrome work that they did on just the bow light alone and the two pieces in the back, the two trim pieces, that corner piece that I was telling you about, that I'll use those guys over and over.
Did he send it to where did he send the chrome out to?
It was a gentleman in the Detroit area, and anybody that's looking for chrome work that needs to, I'll look it up and share it with you down the road. I'm not even sure who that is by the name right now, but
yeah, because I know the chrome guy I gave you, he's still not in business, right? He's gone.
In California?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what you're selling me. But this guy's just small. It's just, I mean, you drive by and you miss this place. That's how small these buildings are. But it's in an industrial area in the suburb of Detroit, I believe down by Warren or somewhere down there.
Yeah.
But, phenomenal job on that part. I almost wish I would have sent the trim to them also, but the trim looks okay.
The boat came out fantastic. I mean, I'm telling you, you'd be very, very proud. And when you do shows, what kind of reactions do you get?
Mainly, what year is this? And then people talking about, man, I remember when I was a kid and we used to go on. My dad or grandpa had this kind of boat, and it just brings back a lot of memories. It seems to not only me but other people that come up and look at the boat. That you don't see that boat around anymore.
Right.
I came across one exactly the same color, everything, after I finished my boat.
Same red?
But not the red, the pink.
Oh, God.
The old version of the pink. It's the same exact boat, about 30 miles away, after I was already looking for pieces and parts. And almost bought that boat. Their boat. They won like $1,500 for it. I almost bought it just because I needed some of the parts or that one part, and they did have the piece that I was missing, but I didn't want to spend $1,500 just to have another boat.
What you should do is you should buy it and then trailer them both to shows and just put them right next to each other before and the after one shot. You can see the amount of work.
I mean, if I had the space to do that or garage to store the stuff, my dad's not too happy with me as it is. That it's sitting at his property up north because I don't have any place to put it. But
yeah, no, you did an amazing job. Amazing job.
And then my sister she had a smaller '80s boat that I ended up redoing too, and that for that little bit of work on that boat made a whole lot of difference too. I've just gotten that bite and that bug like you have it with doing cars or motorcycles. It's just same with me with the boats. There's boats I look on Marketplace on Facebook and Craigslist and all that all the time. This area back in Michigan, just wanting to, man, if I had the space and the money, I'd be like Jay Leno, I have a barn full of boats.
You have
Not that I'll be able to take any of them out or all of them out all the time, but
the thing with me and the bikes, when I was building the bikes, it was great, but it wore out so quick. Now it's not really the same because I was doing all the work and everybody would be like, so what had happened was, I built the first one. It was me. I did it in my own time. I didn't have a time frame. I just kind of built it, and that was the end of it. And then when people started asking me to build a bike for them, then the deadlines start, and then it's like my friends would come by. Hey, we're gonna go riding. Do you want to come? Oh no, I can't. I got to work on this customer's bike, and it became I was missing riding and a lot of time on the bike when I spent it in the garage, sweating my ass off, welding and grinding and doing all this other stuff. And there is that wow factor when you see what it started as and what it ended up as. But then the customer would take it away and I would never see it again. And it just was like, okay, now that that's gone, I pissed away a whole summer. I could have been off riding and enjoying my bike that's in the garage working on somebody else's. So, and that's why when I got the car, everybody asked me, you're going to get the kit and build the car. And I'm like, no, I'm not, because I don't want to spend the next 5 years building a car that I could have been enjoying for those 5 years. So I wanted to just buy it and enjoy it, and that's what I did. A lot of the Cobra guys, a lot of them on the channels, they'll give you a little flack for it. You didn't build it, you bought it. And I'm like, yeah, but for the last 5 years, you got to enjoy it. I've been having fun, and you've been in the garage. So it's just 6 of one half doesn't have enough. It's what you enjoy. If you enjoy the build, you can build, and it can be gone. Like the guy who did all that work, he enjoys the build.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can see it. It's craftsmanship and how the boat turned out. But if you asked him, if you pulled him aside and said, realistically, you want to work on the boat or you want to go out fishing? And he'll tell you, I want to go out fishing.
He did, actually. I was there last week. I had to show him some things on the boat. And I said, have you even been out to go fishing or just been out? Because he just bought a pontoon last year. And he said, I've only been out like once or twice. And he can't get out because he's so busy. And it just I wish I'd have done it a lot sooner. when my mom was alive, because she's the one that really bugged my dad to get it. Why don't you do something with the boat? Why don't you fix it up? But at the time, I didn't have the money to do it, and my dad didn't even fathom to even think about getting it done. So
right now that it's done, you have this this one item, the boat, that really unites you and your dad. It brings you together. You have time to do things with your father now, and you go out and enjoy it together. You make those memories, and it's the glue now that keeps the two of you together. And those memories that you're making on it with your father will just last you the rest of your life.
exactly.
So, where
And I think that's where more people need to look at finding something that would pull you back together with family or friends or whoever it is that you might be lacking in life.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know that you have to work. You know, money makes the world go around. You're going to have to survive. Blah blah blah. But you also have to take time for yourself, and I try to take as much time as I can with my dad, because you never know what tomorrow brings for anybody. So I'm going to enjoy life and
exactly. Well, let's see what we got here in the chat. So we got 4 people in the chat. It keeps bouncing between 4 and 5. We got 7 likes. Who do we have in the chat before Gene and I just dominate this whole conversation? Does anybody?
Let's get these other guys in here talking.
Get these other guys up in here talking. But like I said, Killer Whale, I was thinking James Bond as well. It just has that, that look. All you need is that little flag in the back, that says USA or something. It just kind of
something, yeah.
That's right. But so do you ever participate like in any of those boat parades?
I haven't. Like I said, I've only been in one boat show. This local chapter of this boat show chapter. I've done it 2 years in a row in Lexington.
Right.
What's that?
How did you do in the show?
Well, to be honest with you, there's. I'll straight up, because there's only 5 of us in here, and whoever sees this video, honestly, like I said, they're more looking at the Chris Crafts, the old wooden boats that these guys put a ton of money into. These mahogany boats.
Yeah,
I mean, that makes my boat look like chopped liver. And they're amazing boats that these people put all this money and time into. But they have different classes, obviously. Mine's a fiberglass boat, and there's not too many fiberglass boats in that category. So obviously, being lack of numbers, I did pretty well.
Good.
But,
He's saying, to keep it the whole James Bond theme, you need to put a couple of gun turrets on it.
that'd be kind of cool until I get I'm on the international waters there between Canada and the US, and I got the Coast Guard or someone after me probably thinking that, what are you doing out there with this? Or, yeah.
Wow. Like I said, you did a fantastic job. You should definitely be proud. Enjoy it. Go out on it as much as you possibly can, and enjoy the time with your father.
Yeah.
So my father hates my car. And if he's in here, he's probably laughing now. But he doesn't have a channel, so he can't. But he just sometimes he pops in and just watches. The first time he saw it, he got in it, and he's a much shorter guy. He kind of plopped in, and he couldn't get the hell out. It just takes for it. If you don't know, there's a technique and a style of getting in and out of a Cobra gracefully, without just kind of flopping in and flopping out. So whenever we go to like Hot Rod Week or something to that effect, he always drives with somebody else. He doesn't even want to get in the car. He likes the way it looks. He likes the style. He likes, likes everything about it, but he just doesn't like getting in and out of it. That is rare when I have a photograph with the both of us in it.
I don't think I've seen one or two maybe that you posted.
Yeah, those are the only two. And it's only because he gets pressured by my cousins. Get in Frankie's car. Get in Frankie's car. And he'll pop in. He'll go for a quick ride. We'll go to breakfast or something. And then after breakfast, we'll go on someplace else. And we'll be like, you going to come with me? And he'll be like, no, I'll go with Michael. But that gives me the opportunity to film while I'm in the car, while he's not in it. So...
Yeah, I need to get with you in more of the filming part. I did a few videos with my GoPro that I finally got. They're not as quality probably as they should be, but I'm learning. I'm trying to get some time out there on that.
Yeah, no, the GoPros. You know what? I mean, everybody I know poo-poos on the GoPro, but every one of my videos is shot with a GoPro. So, and when I bring it up in the editing software, I really work it and take the fisheye effect out of it. And, it's probably a lot more work for me on the back end because it's a GoPro. But when I get done, I've had a lot of people come up to me and ask me, what are you using? Because it just looks phenomenal. And I'd be like, I'm using a GoPro. And they'd be like, I use a GoPro. It doesn't look like that. And I'm like, well, are you color grading? Are you doing all this stuff? No, I'm just pulling it off the camera and throwing it on your YouTube. And I was like, well, and that's what you get. You gotta, there's a lot of stuff in post. You really gotta work it, and you can make it look, my favorite word, cinematic. If you really want to. The only thing the GoPro doesn't do is depth of field. I can't blur the background like camera on the live stream. I'm in focus. You can read the word Cobra behind me over here because that's in focus. I mean, everything is in focus. There's no depth of field. So, so everything is in focus, where a good camera, you can have me in focus and kind of blur the background a little bit, so you can dictate to the viewer what you should be looking at and what you shouldn't be looking at, stuff like that. But it's fun. For right now, it's gotten me to where I am so far, and I don't see the dire need to move from a $300 camera to a $3,000 camera.
Exactly.
But so yeah, let me have your footage and let me work it up.
Will do.
But this is we're down to 3 now. Starting to slow down.
We were at 15 minutes and no one in here. Now we've been in here almost 2 hours, and
it's kind of fluctuated. We went up to 10, I think, or 9, and then we kind of bounced around. So, like I said, a lot of my cousins. It's Friday. Everybody's doing their own thing. I can't expect a huge turnout.
And I shared on my Facebook page too, so see if anybody came in from there. But
yeah, and actually, while I was watching the while I was playing the EJ Rose videos, I shot her a message and see if she wanted to come on, and she didn't respond. So she's busy, probably doing her own thing. So other than that, same old. So I appreciate you coming in, dude, and sharing your Friday night, telling us your story about the boat.
I had nothing else going on. This is one of the nights I didn't drive back to enjoy the boat, so I had to take a break just too many times. Just getting burned out driving back, that 9-hour drive back and forth from back up there.
Well,
but
like I said, I have a car show tomorrow, but I don't know what I'm going to do because it's supposed to rain. There's a 40% chance of rain. So I may just stay home, work on some stuff around the house, try to get to catch up. And last weekend I worked, so I didn't have anything to film over the weekend. And that's where it gets. So the only reason I do the live streams is to kind of offset the video stuff. When I try to have something out every week, every Thursday.
Well, with our schedule, you couldn't do it out. So
yeah, and with the work schedule, so sometimes I've filmed before work on the weekends, or sometimes I'll do a cars and coffee event, which is just it just kind of kills me. That starts at like at 7 a.m. So I'll work, and then I'll leave work. I'll shoot straight there at 7 a.m. and try to film for a couple of hours. And that footage really needs to be worked up, because that's all like me just kind of half asleep and shit. But hopefully we'll see what the weather turns out. But I don't know, I might stay home, which means if I stay home and don't film anything, it means I might do another live stream next week, because we leave for Lake George in 2 weeks. So, and then I'll probably do a live there while I'm in Lake George, but I am not going to do a video a day like I normally do when I'm in Ocean City. Because it's been canceled, I don't know what the turnout is going to be. I'm not going to lug all my stuff up there to do the editing. I'll just bring all my camera stuff and I'll film, and then when I come back, that'll give me 3 or 4 videos, hopefully, that I'll just drop over the month of October until we make it to Ocean City in October. And then, which is still on, so hopefully that doesn't get canceled.
you might want to take your computer up there with you, because you might never know, you might get quarantined up there for a week or two.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense. That is kind of smart, because if I get quarantined up there, then I'm just I'm stuck.
You have a little free time.
But I think with only 2 people in here, and one of them is me, because I'm in the chat in the other side. So
And I'm sure no one must look at this face anymore either. So
you're fine, dude. But I think we're gonna call it a night. I appreciate you coming in. I really do.
no problem. Try it out.
Love
See how
the whole story. And that's pretty much it. So I think we're gonna roll the ending credits, and we'll just call it a night. All right.
All right. You guys have a good night.
I appreciate you coming in. Thanks for everybody. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for everything automotive. Check out the new Bangin Gears gear. If you haven't got yours today or yet, make sure you get it. This whole camera thing is backwards. Every time I turn this way, it's this way. Stupid stuff. But that's going to be it. Have good fun. I'll shoot you a text after we get off.
Yeah, no worries.
All right.
All right. Take care.
Thanks again. We'll catch you next time on Bangin Gears.